Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to upload a very interesting and informative video tutorial related to SCARE 1D, the simulation of perovskite solar devices in SCARE 1D. My today's video tutorial lecture will be related to how we can plot a two-dimensional graph for any particular perovskite solar cell simulation in SCARE 1D, how we can extract graph between two quantitative values like thickness and its effect over VOC, thickness and its effect over fill factor, power conversion efficiency, and short circuit value as well. So this video is particularly very helpful for those students who are working in this domain and trying to compute some better graph and results for writing paper and other documentation. I know a lot of students has requested me that kindly upload a video lecture, a video tutorial related to how we can plot a two-dimensional graph between two different quantities and how we can extract effective plotting in SCARE 1D. So this video tutorial is extremely helpful for those persons who are still having trouble in graph computing and graph extraction in SCARE 1D. So before the start of my today's lecture, I would like to show you my device structure that is being used in my today's video tutorial for plotation of graph and extraction of graph between two quantities and their effect as well. So first of all, I would like to share my screen with all of you so that I can start my today's lecture. Okay, before the start of my today's lecture video tutorial, I would like to add two important thing. If someone is interested in graph plotting, graph plotation in SCARE 1D, he or she must know about two kind of setups. Over here, you can see there is a batch setup and there is a record setup. Whenever we are going to plot any two-dimensional graph, these two setups like batch setup and record setups are extremely important. Without knowing the information, without having the proper information about both these setups, we can never compute effective graph in SCARE 1D. So first of all, I would like to inform all of you how we can set a batch setup in SCARE 1D. In the next session and after it, I will show you how we can set a record setup in SCARE 1D. And in the last session, I will show you how we can compute a two-dimensional graph. So first of all, I am going to click over batch setup. Okay, you can see over here there's nothing appeared, but when I clicked add button, now I can see some parameters over there. Basically, batch setup is related to all the parametric values and layers that has been used in our perovskite device that is being simulated in SCARE 1D. So you can see when I have clicked over there, I can see a lot of layers like HDL, like interfacing layer, like perovskite, like ETL interface with perovskite and other as well. So I am interested more in what I am more interested in my absorber layer. Okay. Now the second bar is about what you can see. There are a lot of other parametric analysis like effect of thickness, defect density, band gap, electron affinity value, and other parameter. One can set any parameter in order to get its value, in order to get its comparison over the performance parameter. So I am going to set my value defect 1. Defect 1 is what it is about the defect trap density of the absorber layer. We know that defects are very important to analyze in SCARE 1D as well as lab experimental results also. So I am going to set my analysis total defect density. I am going to check the effect of the defect density of the absorber layer over my performance parameter. Now next thing what we need to do, what we need to click this button custom. Okay, and now we need to click over set. You can see there's some garbage value, we need to remove it. Now I am going to set some defect density value in order to compute my results, in order to check the effect of the surface trap density of the absorber layer over my performance parameter. So I am going to set my value 1 raised to power 14, 1 raised power 15, 1 raised power 16, 1 raised per 17, 1 raised per 18. So my starting defect density value of the absorber is 1 raised per 14, 15, 16, 17. And then I need to mark these all values and put into my this session. Okay, now you can see my values has been appeared over here. Now I need to do what? I need to click update and OK button. Okay. Okay. Now I need to go to record setup. That is just below the batch setup. Okay. You can see there's a window appeared over here. I need to set my characteristics. I need to set my properties between two-dimensional graph on scale 1D. So you can see when I have clicked over there, I can compute a lot of analysis like current voltage analysis, general properties, band gap panel, cell definition, etc. One can set any kind of parameter according to its requirement in order to get some tentative graph. So I'm more interested in analysis of current voltage characteristic. And now I am going to set the second parameter. You can see we know that we can conclude the effect of the defect density with respect to efficiency, short circuit current value, VOC, fill factor as well. So I have just marked this button, all cell characteristics. Okay. Now I need to insert. Okay, you can see I have just inserted all the properties that need to be recorded. But if I'm not interested in any one of these properties, I can just simply remove. Okay, okay, okay. Now I have four properties that need to be computed, that I need to get the graphical representation, that is efficiency, VOC, short circuit, and fill factor value. Now I need to click over button OK. Now I need to start my calculate record, that is just below the calculate batch portion. I need to click over calculate recorder. Okay, we need to wait. We need to wait while my computation is being completed. Okay. Now I need to click over record button. Okay. Now you can see there is a graphical representation between defect density of the observer layer and efficiency. It is exponentially decreasing curve over here. One can change its curve as well by clicking simple over here. Now it is more better to understand. As long as the defect density of the observer layer tend to increases, the efficiency of my perovskite device is being degraded. Similarly, I can also check the effect of total defect density over VOC. Okay, you can see now, as long as the defect density of the observer layer is being increased, the VOC value is being decreased. So similarly, I can also check the effect of the short circuit current value. Okay, you can see easily a graph. Now it is very in understandable format. And the next thing is what about? Next thing is about with fill factor. So we can easily compute two-dimensional graph with respect to any parameter, with respect to any parameter to our any performance parameter value like fill factor, VOC, and short circuit current value. And if anyone want to save the graph, he can save its graph by clicking just save graph. Okay, you can save whole recorded panel and as well as just result graph only. So it will ask some directory where you want to save your graph, you can save your graph. So it was the first analysis that was about the effect of the defect density over the performance parameter. Now I am going to set another value so that we can understand what other parameters can affect over performance of our perovskite device. Now I need to go once again back. I need to go to once again batch setup. Okay, now I'm going to do what? I'm going to change my value. I'm going to change my value from defect density to band gap. Okay, I need to set the band gap value. First of all, we need to do what? We need to eliminate all the previous value that has been set in batch setup. Now I'm going to put some band gap value like 1.20, 1.24, 1.30, 1.35, and 1.40. And I need to update these values. So I just mark this and I'm going to update it, update and OK. I need to press OK button and I need to start once again calculate record. It says that this previous record will be eliminated. Yes. Okay. Now we need to wait. Now my graph will be between what? The effect of the band gap value with respect to power conversion efficiency, the effect of band gap value with respect to short circuit current value, fill factor, and VOC. Similarly, a one person can change its graphical representation performance analysis with respect to its own requirement, like effect of band gap, like effect of the thickness, like effect of trap density, and other parameters. Now I am going to once again on recorder. Okay, so you can see over here, as long as the band gap value was increasing, the power conversion efficiency of my perovskite device was decreased. And same case can be seen with other performance parameter, like if I'm going to talk about the VOC value, you can see over here. Okay, as long as the band gap value was more and more increasing, the VOC value was increasing. And similarly, I can check the effect of the band gap value over fill factor. Okay, you can see fill factor, and I can also check the value of the short circuit current value. Okay, so this was a second analysis, key analysis, related to batch setup, this related to record setup, how we can extract a two-dimensional graph with respect to two quantities. Now I am going to compute third and last batch setup and record setup for our two-dimensional graph plotation, so that I can conclude that SCAV 1D simulation tool is also very helpful in order to compute any significant graphical representation between two quantities. So I'm going to once again back, and now I am going to once again on batch setup. Okay, now I am going to set what? I'm going to set my radiative recombination rate. I want to check the effect of radiative recombination rate of the observer layer over my performance parameter. So I need to set my values. Before setting of my new values, I need to remove my previous one. So I'm going to set my value 3 raised power minus 12, 3 raised power minus 10, 3 raised power minus 9, 3 raised power 8. Now I need to update these values. Okay, just press button, update, and okay. Okay, now calculate record. We need to wait while computation is being carried out so that we can check the effect of the band-to-band recombination rate over the performance parameter like power conversion efficiency, short circuit current value, and fill factor, like that. So we know that SCAPS simulation tool takes some time. Okay, I need to go on recorder. Okay, you can see that easily. Okay, as long as the radiation recombinate rate was more increasing, the power conversion efficiency of device was decreasing. So it was the effect of the band to band recombination rate over power conversion efficiency of my perovskite wire. So it's a two-dimensional graph between two quantities. Now I can change VOC value. You can see as long as the radiation recombination factor was increasing, the VOC value was decreasing. And similarly, one can also check the effect of short circuit current value and the fill factor. So it is very helpful. We can see that now we can compute any kind of graph with respect to any parameter that has clear impact over performance parameter like power conversion efficiency, fill factor as well. Now, similarly, one person can also compute other parametric values, like if I'm going to back once again, just I'm going to click over batch setup, record setup. Now, over here, there are general properties, band, energy band panel, cell definition, etc. If I am going to click over general properties, you can see lot of parameters are over here. You can compute the in general properties, current, capacitance, all radiation recombination mechanism, etc. like that. And the same analysis, you can also compute the effect of the band-to-band recombination rate over total recombination on capacitance, on conductance as well. Similarly, I can also select other, like if I'm more interested in energy band panel. Now you can see, you can check the effect of thickness with respect to valence band, conduction band, Fermi levels, total charge, electric field, whatever you want to. It purely depends upon the choice of any particular student and a researcher, what kind of graph he is going to plot. So similarly, if I'm going to more information, you can check the interfaces as well. You can see over there are a lot of interfaces and properties. And similarly, cell definition, composition, band gap, electron affinity value, etc. So just these variation and these kind of setting can provide you a lot of graph and lot of graph and results that can be very helpful for your work and writing your paper and any research article. So I hope today's lecture will be very helpful for those persons, for those people who are having trouble in graph plotation and graph extraction in SCARE 1D. And if you have still some question, you can simply comment in video on my video section below this session. And so I can try my level best to answer you. I hope it will be very effective and important session for all of you. So take care, stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.